afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Feazell, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, a couple different ways. Channel 182 on Charter Communications, as well as World Syndicated on Abundance TV, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. I have a very dear friend with me right now. Her name is Mary Kay Carlton, and she's talking about an upcoming event. Now, this is to do with your church. What's going on?
First Methodist, First United Methodist in Scottsboro. We're having our annual, and very excited. This cold weather, it should really taste really good.
I think it will too.
It's coming up on February, in the fellowship hall, and from 11 to 1. Also do takeouts if somebody just wants to come pick up soup and corn. But we also do takeouts, or we deliver for 5. If someone orders 5 or more orders, we will deliver.
Mm-hmm. That's always a great thing you guys do. So what does this help do? What does this support?
Well, it supports local missions here in Jackson County. Over $10,000 to local missions here in Jackson County. You know, there's like 10 different agencies. Center, they donated $1,000 to Nourish One Child, which is very big, because that's the program that my husband and I kind of oversee. Provides food for children on the weekends when they're not in school. We right now we're packing 9 bags of food each week. That's actually a pandemic with the school buses.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys get a lot of support. Go ahead.
Well, and other agencies, throughout the community, crisis, the Boys and Girls Club, Celebrate Recovery. I mean, many agencies here in Jackson County.
Mm-hmm. You guys get a lot of support in the community. I mean, the community's always been really good to you. We got a good one, They always come to bat.
They do. I'll worry about, okay, how are we going to do this? And there's the volunteers or the financial aspect of it. Our groceries have prices increased $700 a week. We $1,000 on food, just for the bags of food, and once a week. So that's averaging $3,000 to $4,000 a week.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And that supports a lot of kids. Let's talk for a few minutes about the Food for Thought program. A lot of folks don't understand the weekend actually begins before Saturday and Sunday, and it ends a little bit later for those kids as well. So they need the food.
Right. The program in Nourish One Child, but we are a member of the county coalition, which now we are a nonprofit where the Food for Thought is just, so we actually handle and get the checks out, but donations that are made get dispersed amongst the 15 different backpack programs, and I believe that schools. And so it's dispersed according to how many children in backpacks in the school. But when we first started this many years ago, backpack program, but now they do. And so we do the fundraiser in June and July for the Food for Thought. And we got a check the other day for Food for Thought. And we'll be getting ready to, a small check, not anything like the ones we send out in September to the all the programs. But as I say, Nourish One Child is the Scottsboro. Well, there is, I believe, Stevenson is a nonprofit nonprofit also,
Mhm.
and so the other programs are affiliated within the school.
Mhm. Some people want to donate money, which is really money is the best way to do it because that way you guys can shop for what you need to have, for things that maybe you're total need of. But if people wanted to donate, maybe a store would like to donate food, what kind of food would they donate?
Well, we need single serve food items, anything that's single
Mhm.
serve. Now, we don't use any peanut butter items. Some of the other programs do, but serve food items is what all the programs are looking for.
Mhm. So is it
And
because
we
of
do
peanut allergies?
the school system. And when we started, just said that they would feel better limited because of peanut allergies or nut allergies, and tea off of them and us too.
Mhm.
So now have different, requirements. And but see, we're where some of them are doing 40 and 50, and they can identify very, very easily whether it has an allergy or
Yeah.
not.
Mhm.
But when you're packing 400 bags, that's not really.
Right. That's a
We
lot of
receive
bags.
it is from the schools, and we pack that number of bags, and they are delivered to the. We have no idea who the children are. They just give us a number, and with each school, and
Mhm.
and they furnish us the number. And as I say, we rose quite a few at the beginning of this year, and now the numbers are. I just got number 10
Mhm.
more bags for one of the schools. My husband's checking the pantry to make sure we have, because we purchase a quart serving, and
Mhm.
so we've got to check and make sure we have enough of those extra 10, if not on Wednesday, to make sure.
Mhm. Absolutely. Are you guys currently looking for volunteers, or is that pretty much well in check right now?
Well, each week we schedules. So each week we normally have lots of volunteers. Might put off some people, but then the next week we might not have that many. So
Uh-huh.
we come and learn more about it. We have started asking the volunteers to fill out so that if we have a schedule change or time change for various that we can reach them quickly. And so plus I'll do some volunteer recognition, and we want to be able to have their address and that type of. We love either individuals or groups. I will tell you, we've had this year has been sending at least 2 volunteers each week. Volunteer and pack the bags, and that was a real thing to happen. We possibly have another business that's looking to send. It's just really a community thing. Unclaimed bag. We take the community schools in suitcases, and Unclaimed brought us two. And those two we're already putting into use. So
Uh-huh.
we have, I would say, probably 35 suitcases full
Wow.
that go out to the. Well, really more than that, because we put 10 in each one, and if we're doing so about this now going out to the schools, and volunteers deliver them on volunteers. But that's just as I say, the United Methodist Soup Day this year, they really stepped forward, because at one point in time we didn't know if we were going to have enough money past February,
Yeah.
and then we were through the county commission uh, and some of the recovery money from COVID, so that is going to help a lot. But we probably were going to be out of money in February some nice donations from individuals and groups, and then, as I say, the grant that we received over a 2-year period. So
Let's talk a little bit about your background, because your background is nutrition.
it is. It is. Um, wanted to be a dietitian to start with, and where I was going to be moving when I got married wasn't going to have a internship. I ended up and got my teaching degree in home economics, but numerous hospitals as a dietitian assistant, and I could teach somebody to sew, but I don't really sew, but I could teach somebody. But food is really my specialty, and nutrition. All of our food is divided into the 4 food groups: that's protein, dairy, grain, and we try to, we also have to remember that what children choices, are things that we did away with the shelf-stable white milk. Now we just have stable chocolate milk, So it's a fine line and still remaining healthy, but they get 2 proteins. We only sent 1, and we only sent 8 items. Now we send 12. They were 3 fruit, 2 or 3 dairy, and then 3 or 4. We vary each week, but they will have something from all 2 items from each, plus some will get 3 or 4 items. That part of the nutrition circle, as I call it.
Mary Kay, we're going to have to go into a commercial break, and we'll be right back in just a few minutes. So you stay tuned, okay? Because this is a very worthy cause. I hate the thoughts of kids going hungry. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
All right.
Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and my employees and I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. With everything going on right now, your rest is so important. That's why we're having the biggest MyPillow sale ever. Not only are my bed pillows as low as $19.98, but you can get the best body pillows ever. Regular $89.98, now only $29.98. Take your rest on the go with our Roll and Go Anywhere MyPillows for only $14.98. And we have our new couch and accent pillows. They aren't just for looks. They have MyPillow's patented adjustable fill that gives you that amazing MyPillow comfort. In this economy, you get the best gifts ever for the best prices ever. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code and you get deep discounts on body, couch, bolster pillows, and so much more, including my original bed pillows for as low as $19.98. Please order now while quantities last.
The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too.
Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256 523 6462. That's 256 523 6462. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256 634 2018. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes.
We are back. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television locally in North Alabama, channel 182 on Charter Communications. And I didn't tell Mary Kay about this until just a few minutes ago, but you're on worldwide television. We're syndicated now.
Oh.
So you can find us. Yeah, we're kind of growing here, so we're pretty excited about that. You can find us on Abundance TV. And you can find us on those little sticks, those little sticks you can put in the back of your television.
Right.
So if you've got, if you've got an Amazon Fire Stick or a Roku stick, you can put those up there and you'll be able to watch this show and all the other awesome programming that you'll find also on Abundant TV. They're a great, great station. And Rob Patz is the owner. And Rob, thank you so much for giving us that opportunity. I'm with Mary Kay Carlton right now. She's a good friend of mine. And I've been knowing Mary Kay for a long time, always helpful in the community and never ask for anything in return, always. And we want to thank you for doing that as well.
Well, I was brought up that way, and when I first moved to county, I thought, okay, what does God have in mind for me? And, it took about my niche, but I think I found it in United Methodist Women One Child.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about the event. Let's dig a little bit deeper into that. So, yeah, the event is happening. It's going to be the perfect time because it's cold outside, it's wet, it's rainy. This is a good time.
It is. It's going to be Thursday, the 23rd, from 11 to 1 for eating in the fellowship hall, and then we will be delivering starting around 10:30 to about 12. Companies, anyone that orders 5 or more orders, we can deliver to. And teams lined up to deliver. The menu is vegetable beef soup, and then a dessert. And if you're eating in, you get a beverage. The delivery of the it's hard to send the beverages because they that type of thing. So. But it's $8 in 4 or 5 years, and all the money, as to say, raised stays here, and we're real proud of that. As I say, we poured at the end of the year, and it was like $9,850 of the donations that we made. For instance, the Boys asked to sing in Washington, D.C. at the national meeting, and they had to raise, and we gave $500 towards that trip because this is an opportunity for, we'll get to travel to our nation's capital, and what an opportunity for them. Our minister of music, who just retired, he, choir at the Boys and Girls Club probably for 8 to 10 years, and so our events. But as I say, we want to support opportunity agencies that here in Scottsboro and Jackson County. We have felt good about saying we just made this morning to make a donation to the American Red Cross. One of my friends next year with the American Red Cross, and we feel I think there's an effort with the horrible earthquake in Turkey, where 5,000 people have died. So we, as I said, we're donating Red Cross, but designating it for the earthquake. We've had disasters here where people have donated and come to the rest of Jackson County for our needs. And so I visited doing a trip to retrace the teachings of the Apostle Paul, and country I sort of felt a little kindred shift, and so we vote. That it's a small donation, but we just you have every little we can relate to families who don't even, their loved ones are dead or alive. It's just very sad and very tragic. So.
Right. And again, this community, Scottsboro, the whole community is always so quick to help when there's a need arises.
Right. And we, I just think back on the fires a couple, at the pier a couple years ago, and how community, and we haven't had tornadoes in Jackson County, and people responded. I can remember the United Methodist women buying general gift cards. I think there was one up, I can't even quite remember. It was up on the mountain somewhere, and would help people the most because they could buy food and or supplies there. United Methodist women is always ready to respond to needs, and as I say, all the money from our fundraisers. We just do 2 now. Soup Day in early January or February, and then we Fall Festival. And this year we did it in November, and right around had a bake sale that was very successful because people were buying things to put, for Thanksgiving. So those are just the 2. Over 5,000 on the Fall Festival, and we hope to clear around between 3,000 and 4,000 on Soup Day. But circle it on the 23rd, and as I say, we're gonna decorate it for spring. We're trying to think spring.
I'm ready. I'm tired of all this cold, wet stuff.
Oh, I moved to Alabama in December, right a week before Christmas, and then it rained, and I had a baby had ear problems, and he cried the whole time, and I think I cried because I couldn't get out. Oh, it was, but the spring does come, and the beautiful weird in Alabama, but I still remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Okay, now where is the church located for somebody who may be new in town?
705 South Broad Street. It You'll look at the digital sign out front. It'll say First United Methodist, but it'll be everything events as well as the soup day, and it's kind of across the place where you get your mammograms, and
Mhm.
not very far from the doctor's office, but it's on the other side, on the right hand square. Large church with a big, beautiful stained glass window.
It's beautiful. It sure is. You need to get out there and meet some folks in the community. Invite maybe your coworkers, just get away for a little while and go to the church and go ahead and help support this great, great causes. You have several causes to talk about. So, and then also, if you would like to volunteer, I'm not sure what they might need right now, but if you're working or maybe you've been laid off, the boss would love to know you stayed busy helping in a great cause like this. You'll score a few points with the boss.
And they can, like I said, they can always call the church and say, I want to talk to Mary Kay Carlton, and they'll give you my phone number. You give them yours, and I will return the call. I have been a member here, about 14 years when we met 14. So I guess it's about 13 years. Within 2 years, I was named president. And I guess, I don't know why, but I still am the president. But we do, all the community support. I think that's one reason I've stayed, because so many people just, our efforts to do things in the community. And I can remember this year, I check our mailbox, and we got thank you notes for every single group too. And so it makes us feel that, they appreciate it. And that means a lot to, the people. It's not why we do it, but it's been acknowledged that, we thought that their cause was worthy. So.
Absolutely. Mary Kay, we're going to have to call it a day. Time flies, and I've got you on the show, girl.
One of my new board members on the United Methodist Women, tell you hello.
Tell I said hello too.
I will. This afternoon we do some gifts for our homebound, and we have candy boxes of candy. So we're going to be delivering those to them. So we were meeting this morning to get our candy and go over the last day. And we also are having a Fat Tuesday, which is a pancake meal on anybody in the community would like to come. It's open to the public. We have pancakes and sausage and king cakes and that type.
That good stuff. Mary Kay, thank you so much for being on the show today. And anytime, this is an open invitation for you. You just let me know when you need help.
Okay. I will.
Bye-bye. And thank you for watching. My name is Donna Thiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge. We're going to be coming up in just a few minutes with another awesome guest like this one. Bye, Mary Kay.